I I I want to introduce her to my axe.
Eustrel?
Yes, because I believe I have seen Ustro before.
Oh
I
boy.
think she left me tied up in a room where you found me.
You
That
do?
doesn't bode
Yeah.
well for your leader, does it?
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, yep, I remember you now. Hey, but at least we didn't kill you. He says that, I don't know if you can understand Draconic or anything, Garkin, but I guess it would be
Nope.
probably translated. But he says, at least we didn't kill you. But you asked Erky about the humans, right?
Yes, we want to look for any twins. A very young male fighter and female wizard spellcaster.
He says, mate, do you have anything that possibly I could eat and drink? I'm almost skin and bones here. Some little
I'll
bit
pull
of
out my half-eaten Hodenale hamburger out of my pouch and give it to him.
Oh,
You're gracious.
this looks so good. It's cold and it tastes very badly. It's like a couple days old now, but it's so good. He's got shit all over his face, man. He's like face down in this thing. And as you're asking him, he goes, "Oh yeah, mate. I remember the goblins. They caught three of them about a month ago, and they were actually captives with me in here for a while." And I remember I think they said their names were Talgan, Sharwin, and Sir Bradford.
Hercrow.
Yeah. Excuse me? As he's got like food coming. Oh, excuse me? As he's got food coming out of his mouth.
All right. I look back to the party and come and I say, we're going to herd these guys to the north.
Oh, yeah, they were in here for about, Barlin, they were in here for about a week before the goblins, they actually came and removed them. And
Right.
they said something about a Belloc wanted, I don't know who this Belloc is, but I remember that, because I can speak, I'm actually fluent in many languages, and I could actually understand that a Belloc was looking for them, and that was the last time I've heard, and that's actually the last time that I've actually seen them as well.
Barlin turns to the party and says Balak was the maids with the frog. That we found out from the
yeah.
old war.
Yeah, because that's funny, because I thought that I heard the goblins talking about the Twilight Grove that's down below. And that's how I heard about this Belloc guy. He's some type of like magical necromantic spellcaster or something like that. And this old Twilight Grove down below, they were talking about something about some enchanted garden and harvesting some kind of fruits and all this other stuff. And they weren't going to give any more. And something about a Golthius tree, I think. Yeah, I think it was the Golthius tree. And they were saying that they had a deal with the kobolds, but Belloc's going to start letting the goblins take, I guess they sell some type of fruit from the tree or something. But they were speaking in these whispers around me. They didn't know if I understood them or not. I just kind of played it off, but I definitely understood them. But yeah, they said that they were going to let the goblins now take this enchanted fruit and sell it to all the nearby towns.
Okay.
We're on the right track.
Oh,
Barlin's gonna
you're here
cut
to
the
find
other
them?
kobolds loose, and he's going to let the party know we need to herd them over the little wall to the northern area. We're going to use them as fodder. So we're going to cut them loose, and we're going to herd them and this Erky Timbers to the north.
We really don't need them. You know that, right?
Yeah. We're not quite sure exactly what we're running into.
I'd be fine with keeping one, but I'm not sure all three is wise. They're just as soon just stab us in the back. When it gets hot, they're going to jump us.
I want to use persuasion to convince the kobolds to take us to the goblins. And then they'll be allowed to go home after that.
They tell you that We'll help you fight the goblins. We'll help you fight them. We want Calcrix. We want Calcrix back. We want our prized possession back. We will help you, but we want Dragon back.
You can have the dragon back. Take us to the goblin.
We don't know where, but we'll help you find them. We don't know where they're at. We've been encaged the whole time. Well, all I remember is I ran into a hallway. I stepped on a bunch of sharp, pointy little things. They got stuck in my feet, even between my toes, and it hurt like hell. And I fell and I hit my head on the wall. That's all I remember. And then I woke up and I'm in this cage. Well, I'm shackled on the wall. The gnome's in the cage.
Where you're not shackled anymore.
No, and thank you for my freedom.
Death to
you
the
will
goblins.
be rewarded. Death to the goblins. Eustrel will probably. Eustrel calls me her favorite, so I'm sure you'll be rewarded handsomely.
I'm sure you'll seat at her left-hand side of her table.
Yes, and we'll feast on all kinds of rot grubs and fire beetles and all kinds of non-poisonous snakes.
Mount Hotenow's all around.
Oh, the mountain. I'm not going to Mount Hotenau. My little legs can't make it that far.
Come, my friend. We shall take the fight to the goblins.
All right, so they pick up these arrows and they're going to use these things as makeshift weapons. Well, yeah, they'll pick them up and use them as weapons. All right, so the kobolds, they join you. Erky said that he'll also help because he wants to get out of here. He wants to get back to the old road and get on his travels. And you can see that he's a man of faith. You can tell he's definitely an acolyte, that's for sure.
All right, so pressing up.
Right. The kobolds, they hop over the wall. Of course, they need a little bit of help. There's a door on your left-hand side. It is a wooden door.
I'm going to try that key again here.
The key does not work.
Oh.
What do you say? Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's just an unlocked door.
Alrighty, I'll push it open.
All right. You open it up, and it looks like a pantry room. And the north and the south walls in this 30-foot chamber or so, they're stacked halfway to the ceiling with a bunch of different barrels and boxes and crates. And there is a clear path, I will say. It's very unorganized. It's definitely goblinish. And on the left-hand side, you can see that there is, through the crates and stuff, there's another door on the western wall. But it looks like these barrels and boxes and crates have all kinds of water and wine, a bunch of rotten different vegetables and meats and food, a bunch of foods that are also packed in salt. None of them is good quality. None of that stuff is actually good quality. You could fill up your water skins, though. The water is good enough. It's definitely drinkable.
Arlen calls the kobolds in and say, "Eat up, my friends. You need your strength."
Oh, the kobolds, they say, can we stop for a couple minutes? We're really hungry. And Erky, he's finishing up the last bit of the Mount Hotenau that you gave him. And like I said, he's got chunks of food all over. It looks like his face looks like a glazed donut because of all of the dried grease and shit on his face.
I said, Jagretch, could you clean him up a little bit?
Well, I'm not, but I'll have Jot do it.
Don't you have prestidigitation?
I suppose I could do that.
He's really smelly.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys give me a perception check as you're in the room and you're allowing the kobolds to get a little bit of energy back. Why don't you guys give me a perception check?
Actually, I don't have prestidigitation.
I do, but I'll take care of them.
What was that, Dave? You need a perception?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. So, Elias, you're kind of scouring around. You're kind of, you're not, you're trying not to pay attention to the kobolds that are just digging into these boxes and eating all of these. They're not even taking the salt off of the meats. I mean, they're just going headfirst into these crates. Yeah, you find, catches your eye, you find some glass vials, and you find 5 pints of oil. And then you also find where,
Nice.
as you're looking at the oil, wow, this is actually nice oil. As you kind of move the oil, there's a marking in common and goblin that says goblin pudding on one of the barrels. Goblin pudding.
Goblin pudding. It's
Yes.
The oil.
No,
It's-
the
oh,
oil's
it's
on.
something else.
Yeah, the oil was covering up the the writing on the
I
crate.
don't know if I want to open goblin pudding.
Thanks, Devil.
I'll set it aside for them if they, I don't know, maybe they're interested in it. The kobolds. But the oil I'll definitely pocket.
All right.
One of the
You guys-
kobolds starts to do an impression of Bill Cosby.
Oh, too soon. Too soon. You guys want to
Pop.
you guys want to split the oil up, or do you guys want to? What do you guys want to do? You want all 5 or what? Because I can split it up if you want.
We could.
Yeah, let's
we
split
can
it up. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'll be useful. We have another troll.
All right, so you guys can have 1 apiece, and someone can have 2, or something like that. You guys tell me, and then I'll put it in the party sheet and reward you guys with it. And this is going on, and like I said, the kobolds are feasting, and Erky's finishing up that old spoiling Mount Hotenow hamburger from Oakhurst.
Oh,
So who
take
wants
one.
to? I'll go. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I've got one more. Who wants the extra one? Because there's 5. We had 5 adventurers, but Macan disappeared, unfortunately. Who wants the last one? Man, something's burning around here. I hope it's not my house on fire. Jesus. That'd be a hell of a stream, wouldn't it? I'd just keep fucking DMing, dude. I would just keep going.
The smoke turns into an effect.
All right, who wants the last oil? Elias?
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure.
All right, there you go. We'll sign all this. There you go. God, isn't Fantasy Grounds awesome? You guys don't even have to put it on your sheet, man. God, I love it.
All right. So at this door here to the west, I'll check it out.
Okay. It's another. It's actually a better door than what is. It's sort of like a stone and like wooden door, metal framing and stuff like that.
Does the key will fit and work on here?
It does not. Nope.
All right. Then I will check it to make sure it's not rigged.
Looks clear. It doesn't look like there's any kind of traps or anything like that on it.
All right. Then I'll get to work on. If it's not unlocked, I'll work on unlocking it. Also, just open the door.
All right. You open it up. You see a ton more doors, and this is a very wide, 20-foot wide hallway with a bunch of pillars. And there are quite a few torches that are mounted in some makeshift sconces on the wall. But the room is it's brightly lit. All right, the entire chamber. So there's sort of like a light haze that's also in this chamber. And this double row of marble columns have and on every one of these columns, they have a bunch of intertwining dragons that are etched into the columns. And they're kind of wrapped around one another and whatnot.
You said there was a haze in the room?
There is, yeah. It's because all of the doors are closed and this door was closed. So it's basically from everything being closed in. So there's, of course, a little... It's not going to obscure anything. I mean, it's just lightly obscured bit. There's really going to be no negatives or anything like that. But you see 3 doors to the north, one all the way on the other side of the chamber on the west wall. And then as you peek around the pillars to the south, there's another door. So there's like 5 more doors here. You guys are just getting deeper and deeper and deeper into this place. And the kobolds, they're up here with you as well, and they're kind of telling you about the doors and stuff. And actually, one of them says, "Oh, we have great hall like this in our part of the citadel. That's where Ystrel stay on her throne."
Through which door?
Which door? Here?
On your side, which door is the throne room through?
Oh, the kobold comes over here. If we were in Kobold Hall, over here instead of door, there is throne, and that's where Ystrel stay, with her elite guards too. And there's the green line. That's pretty much where, if you were in the Goblin Hall, the Kobold Hall, that's where the throne would be.
Guys, I'm half tempted to go through the western door.
Check it out.
I mean, what? Oh, okay. I have no idea.
The reason the thinking here is that before we go through that door, the thinking is that it's because on the other side, I think the tower is somewhat symmetrical. That there should be that throne room should be through that door. I could be wrong, but.
Good as plan as any, I guess. I'll check this door. Does the key fit first?
The key does not fit in any of the doors in this hallway.
Alrighty.
None of them.
I could identify that key for you if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
You guys give me a perception check in the tower, please. Oh my God, Poten, where have you been, dude? Poten, I've missed you, man. How you been? All right, I'm gonna send out a tell to somebody. Stone Snake, thank you so much for the follow, man. All right, so you're wanting to check out this door on the west-hand side, right?
Well, I guess as I was walking towards there, I stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden, something just
Somewhere
kind
in
of...
the middle.
Yeah, it just kind of stopped you in your tracks.
I'll say, there's something on the other side of this door.
Yeah, the kobold up here by the store, he said, "Uh-oh, did you hear that?"
What? I mean, I don't understand them unless it's being common. So
somebody would translate that. He's looking at you, kind of tilting his head, like a dog would look at you, kind of looking at you like, what now? I think that sound like Calcrix. Did everybody else hear that? Did you hear that? It sounded like a slight snarl. Oh, I think that's Calcrix. Oh, we'll be in great shape. Oh, Calcrix loves all of us. Calcrix loves the kobolds. Calcrix would love to eat goblins. I'm sure of it.
We can start with this one if you'd like. So I'll work on this door and make sure there's no trap.
Yeah, it's a wooden door.
In Draconic, I let the kobolds know as soon as Elias opens the door. Rush in, gather up Calcrix, and let's take the fight to the goblins.
Yeah, this door is definitely locked.
Alrighty, so first I want to make sure it's not trapped, or is a perception off for that.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, you tell it's locked, and you get the lockpick too. We'll kind of combine your your thieves' tools with your perception.
He's like, all right, this here. Click. I'll open the door and step aside to let the little kobolds.
Sure. His name is Sneaky. We'll just call him Sneaky. Sneaky says, we'll go in and get Calcrix. So as the door opens, and all of a sudden you hear a oh
Lord.
And as you look into this chamber, you can see that even on the wall behind you, because you're about 5 feet from the door or so, it seems like there's a bunch of mounted heads that are on the wall. All kinds of different mounted and stuffed animals you can see adorning the walls of this chamber. And it's sort of like a semi-half circle rounded end on the north. And these mounting jobs look horrible because some of them are kind of hanging off. The antlers are kind of broken and hanging off. And you hear this roar coming out of the chamber. And you see old Sneaky. He goes, oh, it's Calcrix. Calcrix, he help us. And he goes, hey, Calcrix. And then all of a sudden, as Calcrix kind of disappears around the corner, you hear a blood-curdling scream from this kobold, and then you hear flesh rip. Literally, you hear flesh ripping, and you hear bones crunching and whatnot. So roll initiative as Calcrix is going to attack. Level 2, and you're fighting a dragon wormling already. I'm impressed, guys.
I know, right?
Yeah. And this, and now that this door is open, this roar is reverberating all throughout this large hall that you're in. And it's just, you could just hear it banging around and echoing around and stuff.
Well, kobolds go first.
They say, we try to calm down. Calcrix seem mad. Calcrix seem mad. So now that we've got initiative rolled, looks like Garkin, you're up first. What would you like to do? As where you're at, Garkin, you can actually see, the wormling. It's on the left-hand side. And this is what he actually looks like. I'm going to share the image with you guys. He looks pretty badass. He looks nasty. Nice. He looks like he's pissed off. He's got this broken chain around his neck. And it is definitely a white dragon that you see, Garkin. And he sees you. And he snarls. And he's got all kinds of saliva. He's probably about the size of almost a horse or so. Almost a horse.
And that's the same one I seen as a pet.
That is the same one, yes. They had it on, and they were whipping this thing too. And it didn't look like, and you remember before, they knocked you out and tied you up and all this stuff. Yeah, they were actually kind of whipping it and stuff like that. The dragon got into your face and was snarling, and you could smell the breath. A very cool breath you could feel as it was breathing on you. So what say you, Garkin, as you're eye to eye with Calcrix? What do you do? Dungeon Master's most famous words. What do you do?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to try and soothe it. I'm going to approach carefully into the room and lower my weapon, but keep the shield handy.
Okay. So as you enter the trophy room, this is pretty much what you're seeing. Calcrix there, all these different stuffed animal heads mounted. Like I said, these are horribly mounted. You could probably do a better job yourself. And there's all kinds of heads of cattle, large, big, giant dire rats, and actually they're all pretty impressive specimens. This is that the job was horrible. So there's even a couple of kobold heads, which is and goblin heads. There's all kinds of smashed and broken cabinets and tables in this room. It's kind of littering all over the place. And this is where you can see Caltrix. Looks like, in the middle of the floor, there's this huge rusted iron spike that's kind of spiked in the center of the room. The broken chain. And you can see that a portion of this chain is actually kind of hanging off of the neck of Caltrix as well. And there's all kinds of... The one thing that you notice as you walk in, the temperature kind of decreases a little bit. It gets a little bit cooler in here because you can see that there are some frost that's kind of accumulating on the walls, on the floor, and all of the debris. So what are you doing as you're going into this room? You said you were going to try to soothe Caltrix, right? Calcrix, sorry about that.
Yeah. Gonna try and well, you know what, toss some food over maybe. Yeah, let's go with that. All
right, so you take as part of your action, you take a couple of your rations and you throw it over to Caltrix, but he doesn't even notice that. All he sees is you there, and it looks like he's coming in to attack you. I mean, it doesn't look like anything that you're trying to do, It doesn't look like soothing him is working at all. He's very aggressive, and it looks like he's coming to attack you.
All right, so if I still got some move left and in action, I'm going to close and take a swing at him. And then...
Sure can. Yeah, you can do that. And remember, you guys got inspiration. Elias, you have that reroll also.
I have a reroll, yep.
And then if anybody rolls a 1, we've got a critical fumble roll too. All right, so let's see. Initiative's been rolled. Let's see. Garkin, you're in the room. You feel free to attack Calcrix, because he's going to attack you, that's for sure. Ooh, that is a miss. But you have inspiration. You can save it for that heal if you want, or I'll let you re-roll if you want to use your inspiration.
My plan is to save it for the heal.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we're going to go to... Oops, sorry about that. We double hit it there. The old double tap. Yep. That was my fault. I'm going to go ahead and run in with this kobold. And the kobold runs in with a dash action, and he's trying to soothe Calcrix with a persuasion, but it doesn't. Calcrix is fixed on that kobold. As soon as that kobold came into the room, it has totally disregarded you, Garkin, and gone. It looks like it's going right for that kobold. And this kobold's eyes are as big as baseballs now, and you can just hear him say, "Oh shit!" Elias,
Wow.
you're up now.
All right. So I'm moving 5, there's 10. So I'm going to dance around the combat a little bit here.
Sure.
20, 25. I'm going to get on this side. Flanking Caltrix here.
Ballerina girl.
Something like that. I'll get sneak attack for this one. And try to dig my...
You gotta hit
rapier.
first.
Yeah, just hopefully. Let's see.
Hopefully.
Boop.
15's a miss. Do you want to take that complimentary roll from Bannock?
Yes, I'm going to use that reroll for this.
All right. Feel free to use your roll. It's called Do It
And
To
it's
Me
worse.
One More Time. And that's a miss as well. Ooh. Welcome to a very challenging fight. Is that it, Elias?
That's my full move. And I could disengage, but that'll be moving. No, I'm good. I can't do that.
All right. The kobolds are going to move in. It's showing nothing to Caltrix. It pulls out it's just punches him basically. And he actually punches Caltrix. He punches him for a total of 4 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Stupid frickin' kobold. Dag, you're up. Tally, thanks so much, man.
I got all the fire
Appreciate it,
network
Tally.
here, boys.
I'm gonna have to dash to get into the room.
Okay.
And with a dash, I don't get an action. Is that correct?
You don't, unless you're a rogue, and then it doesn't cost an action. It costs a bonus action. But yeah, you don't get anything else. Oh my gosh, he shrank. I'll put a new token down there for you.
I can change the size by moving it around, so I just press control.
There you go. All right, looks like Erky Timbers. Erky Timbers has been with you guys too. Erky's gonna hide behind the door. Barlin, you're up.
Barlin's going to step up to the door, and he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the dragon.
Okay. Dissonant Whispers, a discordant melody that one creature of your choice within range can hear. Racking it with terrible pain, it's going to make a saving throw, which it failed. And on a failed save, it'll take 3d6 psychic damage and immediately use its reaction if available. Okay. And must immediately use this, if available, to move as far as its speed away from
Dissonant
you.
Whispers on the dragon, it's going to step right here
Yeah, it looks like it's going to
into its turn.
okay, so immediately it has to use this reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. And the creature doesn't obviously move into dangerous ground or fire pits or anything like that. So, all right. So it took 10 damage and it moves here, and it moved out. You moved out of sight. So I'm wondering if that has anything to do with that. Let's see. On a successful save, the creature
I was in the doorway when I cast
takes half as much. Yeah, I just wanted to see if you had to stay in sight the whole time, because sometimes that mechanic is in there on certain things like turn undead and shit. So
I got an itchy warhammer.
all right, so it looks like Caltrix
attacks of opportunity.
any kind of force movement doesn't incur attacks of opportunity. Anything like pushing or stuff, or teleporting or force movement like this. Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so Barlin, nice Dissonant Whispers. looks like it's Calcrix's turn. So, which has kind of worked out right. How long does this actually last? Dissonant Whispers. I think it's just till the beginning of its turn, right? Let's see. It looks like it. Yeah.
It uses its reaction, if available, to move as far away.
Yeah, it's a new round, so it's got its reaction back now. But well, it's a new turn for him, so everything resets for him. But it doesn't say, so it looks like he gets all of his movement and stuff. So it doesn't look like he's affected anymore by Dissonant Whispers. So what he's going to do is turn around, and he is going to breathe. He's going to do an icy breath. So let's go ahead and get out a pointer. It is a 15-foot cone, so it's going to affect everyone except for Elias.
Whew.
All right, so I've got all 4 of you guys targeted. I will do your Constitution saving throw, which is not that bad. All right, so let's see. It looks like Gretch was successful. Let's see. Garkin, you failed. And the prisoners, one was successful and one failed. So let's go ahead and do some cold damage. It will recognize... all right. So it looks like...
Oh, poor kobold.
De Gretch, you're heavily wounded. The kobold is dead, number 3. Take him out of the equation. Looks like kobold prisoner 2 is dead. As this frost breath just basically engulfs just about all of the room. And looks like Garkin, you're critically wounded. So that is it. Well, let's see. He gets 1 action, I think. He does. So that's Calcrix. Jot is up. Well, Jot is just kind of there. So Garkin, you're up now. You're critically wounded. You're in pretty bad shape.
Yep. Action. I'm going to take that heal, the inspirational heal.
Okay.
That is that a hit dice?
It is. It's max. So seeing that you're a paladin, you get a 10. Your con's 2, so you get back 12 hit points. So you've got 5 wounds. So nice use of your... And then you can just click off the radial button. There you go. You got it. All right. That's a bonus action. So now you can go in and attack with an action.
Oh, it's a bonus action?
Yeah. I made it as a bonus action, yeah.
All right.
Pretty nice DM, huh?
Sure is.
Warhammer's an 11. Let's see. Let's drop that on the calculator. See if it's it. Yeah, it's a miss. All right. Let's move to... Looks like Elias is up next.
Wow. Elias is pressed back against the wall as that blast of cold air shot out in front of him.
Yeah, you did like a Matrix. You went way back, slow motion as the cold breath just basically engulfed just about the entire room.
Yeah, once the
welcome to level 2. Here's a dragon you're going to fight.
Come up and thrust my rapier again, hoping to catch him.
Okay. Nice hit, 21. Your rapier plunges gets past the scales of the dragon with sneak attack. There you go. 12 damage. So what are all these extra damages for?
I don't know what these are called. I'm not sure.
I'm going to take 4 damage away because you're only supposed to have 1. So wait before you put sneak attack on there. Wait till after you hit and then add it on there. So it just... Yeah, because I think a couple times you've added it twice. No problem. I'm going to add 4 damage back onto back on the Calcric will take 4 damage off.
Sure thing.
He's in pretty bad shape, too. Calcric is definitely hurt. You can tell that he is definitely hurt. All right. So, Gretch, what say you?
I'm curious if he's willing to listen now.
It's in a rage, man. That thing is not listening at all. It's trying to kill everyone.
In that case, has an hour expired yet? I'm going to try my last potion of fire breath.
Yeah, I would say an hour has ended. You guys have explored about almost a dozen rooms, so yeah, I would say it's probably expired. It's definitely been longer than an hour, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to fire a chromatic orb directly at him.
Nice choice. Burning a spell slot. It's 1d6 every other level. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, stuff like that, Grugelkin. Nice hit. Chromatic orb smashes. What type of damage are you doing to it?
Fire.
Okay. Roll that beautiful damage. Ooh, bad rolls,
Ouch.
but 6 damage, but the fiery orb slams into Calcric. He's in pretty bad shape. He's kind of wobbling around now. It looks like he's trying to get his balance. Looks like he's going to try to do another breath attack.
And with that, I'm going to step out of the room, just outside the door.
Okay. Urky's going to come in. Urky's going to cast Sacred Flame on the dragon. And, yeah, the dragon was actually successful with that. So it doesn't take any damage. Urky kind of bows back around it, dips back around the corner. Barlin, you're up.
Barlin's going to step in. He's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery is successful. A failed saving throw. Failed wisdom saving throw. All right. Calcric takes 4 more.
Let's see if this effect works.
Calcric goes down.
Okay.
Calcric is incapacitated. Good job, guys. But by this point, all of a sudden, to your left, DeGretch, you start to see all these doors opening up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. This door down here to the left-hand side, the bottom left-hand side, this door opens up, and 3 goblins come out of the door. Get this encounter out here. They start to come out. So we'll keep the same initiatives. And unless you guys want to roll again. You guys want to roll again?
I'm all right.
I don't.
I'm good.
All right. All right. So a couple of goblins come out, 3 to be exact. And they are basically wielding short swords and short bows. The door to the far left, it swings open. And inside of this, you can see, well, actually, you can't really see, but you can hear many goblins in this room. I mean, a bunch of goblins. But this door kind of swings open down here on the western wall. And I'll just kind of put that there like that. All right, so we will go ahead and just keep going right on down the line. We'll go first. Garkin, you're up. All right, Garkin. What say you? I've seen your token move out into the the hall.
So if I get a clear shot at one of them there, then I'm going to fire a javelin at him.
You can get out into the middle. You kind of got a big pillar in your way, so I mean you can kind of wrap yourself around it. We'll give you a -2 because of the pillar. But if you want to move out into the middle, you'll have no problem launching that javelin.
All right.
I think the javelin's 30 feet anyway.
Then I'll just walk straight out the door.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Let's see, you got 30 feet. I think the javelin's 30 feet. So you can hit that first one, Goblin 2. You can launch that javelin at him. Your javelin goes astray, hitting one of the other pillars and sticking into it. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do some goblin. It's goblin time. Goblin time. All right, this thing's going to stop about 15 feet, and it's going to use its short bow and attack. It misses with a 14. Second goblin stays where he's at, shoots you with a short bow, actually hits you. Pretty nice hit, actually. You take minimum damage of 3. Elias, you're up now.
All right, so hearing more combat going on, I'm sure they would have mentioned something.
Yeah, for sure.
About it. So I'm going to push off the wall, dash. Use a bonus action for a dash. Go 10, 20 here. This will be 30. And then I'll move around the pillar and around this guy over here. And I'm going to attack Goblin 1. Oh, but yes, he within 5 feet. I'll attack from over here then. I was going to use Green Flame Blade, but they have to be together. I'll just hit Goblin 1 from back here.
Okay.
Nothing special, just a rapier shot to the back.
That's a hit.
There you go.
Takes 7 damage. Anything else for you?
No. That's it. I can't do anything else.
All right, so it looks like Dag, you're up now.
I'm going to move right down to here. Can I get a 15-foot cone?
Yeah, just right-click on the map anywhere. And look at the sort of upper half right. It's called pointers, the arrow. Hit that. And then find the cone on the bottom left-hand corner. Hit that,
Gotcha.
And just drag the cone out. Great thing about Fantasy Grounds. I'm going to move this circle. Whoever's got this circle here, I'm going to move this thing for the time being. And then you just, at the point, there you go. And you just put it in front of you like that, and there you go.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay. We'll say that it wraps around the column, because it's, it is fire. It would wrap around the contour of that pillar. So go ahead and target both of those, control, and then click on each one of those tokens. And then you'll see in the combat tracker that, yeah, you can do this a lot easier instead of doing it individually. Seeing that it's your turn, just all you got to do is next time, just control click on those things. And in fact, you should do that now for the damage. So just hold down control and click on both of those goblins. And then you'll see in the combat tracker, it says now you're targeting Goblin 2. And when you click on the other one, it'll tell you that you're targeting that goblin also. So hit
Control
and
left click?
Control and left click on Goblin 3 now. Okay, there you go. So now you got Goblin 2 and Goblin 3. And Goblin 2 was successful, so he'll take half damage. It'll recognize it in the tracker. And Goblin 3, he failed. So now, roll the damage. Just click on the damage once. I think you just click it once. There you go. So there you go. Goblin number 3 died. You can see that the other goblin, he is saved. He took half damage. And good job.
I'm going to take my Grim Harvest.
Okay, yeah. Heal yourself back up for sure. Yeah, Grim Harvest is really nice. You're the first Necromancer that I've actually had in a game. Usually everybody plays Evocation Wizards. Except for Zovia. I think she actually played a Conjuration one time. That was pretty cool. Alright, so...
I'm going to move back around behind the pillar.
Okay.
How do I get rid of all these lines?
You just right-click it and click on the pointer thing again, and then click on the Ghostbuster symbol that says remove this. Yeah, pretty cool. You can draw that stuff on there. You can do circles, squares, everything. Okay, so now we've got moving on to Urky Timbers. Urky is going to go ahead and he's going to heal someone. Let's see. He's going to run up to Dag, seeing that you're heavily wounded. He's going to cast Cure Light Wounds. So you're healed for 5 more. So you get 5 back. You're feeling much better. Urky stays where he's at.
I nod.
Barlin, you're up now.
Barlin's going to move out in the hall. He's going to cast Vicious Mockery on Goblin 2.
Okay. And there
Goblin 3 is dead, right?
Goblin 3 is dying, yes. So there are more goblins coming through this door on the far west. It looks like there's about 4 to 6 more as you start to see rushing out of the door. All right, so Barlin, what say you? Vicious Mockery, failed saving throw, 3 damage, and we're to a new round. So now let's get some more goblins into the fray that's coming out of the room to the west. Right. Let's see. Garkin, back up to the top of the round. You're going to be able to go first because they did not have good initiative rolls. You can see that there are some goblins that are coming out.
Okay.
Fantasy Grounds makes everything so simple, guys.
Okay, so I can't
doing this
close
stuff
that
on the fly
without dashing and losing my action.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna close to here and then fire another javelin.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit either or of those goblins that are there in the doorway. They're both kind of trying to squeeze through the door at the same time. No, me first. No, me first. Me first. No, me. Me. Oh, look at there.
Oh, crap.
There's your fumble table.
Summer McMack, her dream comes to fruition. Wow. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll.
At least it's in front of the party.
Ooh. So you're running up, you lose the grip of your weapon. So roll a 1d4 to see how far you throw your weapon. And then we'll roll a d8. Okay, so you throw your weapon basically 3 squares away from you. Now roll a d8 to determine the direction, starting with a 1 to the very north of you. So that's the kind of stuff. You're just going to have to go get your weapon. All right, so you basically, you throw it behind you. So your weapon is going to be in this square here, as it narrowly misses Erky Timbers. So you have no weapon now. Ooh, I like the wheel. All right, so let's go to the goblins now. As the goblins are starting to rush into the room, the first one runs up to you, Garg. You're not affected. You still have your shield, so your AC is not affected. But it slashes at you with a scimitar, with an old rusted scimitar, and it misses with an 18. The next goblin, he runs in. He actually stays back, and he takes his short bow and he shoots it at DeGretch. And DeGretch, ooh, that 20 rolled over to a 2. You're so lucky. Elias, wow. You're up.
All right. Wow. I think these guys flood in.
And through that doorway, you guys see a ton of goblins that are running around in there past the door. Yeah, you see old goblins, you see young goblins, you see children. They are running around frantically in there. They're screaming their heads off. And now this is just so loud in here. All right, Elias,
so
attack
I'll
away.
I'll slip around here. The one that pulled the short bow out, Goblin 5.
Yep, that is the one. Yep.
Thrust my rapier into him using green flame blade.
Okay.
And miss. Okay.
Oh, you do miss. Anything else for you, Elias?
Seeing there's more over there, I'll take a bonus action to disengage and finish a move back here.
Okay. Dag, what say you? You're up here.
Gonna attack Goblin 5. He fired that arrow at me. I'm a little annoyed by that. Firebolt.
Thank you, Dorian, for the follow.
Ouch.
Ooh. Firebolt.
Turn on those boys.
Oh, it has another miss.
And with that, I'm going to scoot out of the way, right up behind this pillar.
Okay. Erky Timbers, he runs by, picking up your sword, Garkin, and he passes it off to you and says, "Here, Mr. Garkin! Mr. Gherkin! Mr. Garkin, here's your sword!" As he reaches out and does a cure wounds on you.
Sweet. Warhammer.
All right. He hands you your Warhammer. You get back 4 more, so you're feeling a little bit better. And then he kind of falls back behind the pillar a little bit. Okay, so now we've got some more goblins coming into the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This goblin here is going to stand on the corner of this pillar, and he's going to try to shoot you, Garkin, with his short bow. And he hits with a 21. Wow, something actually gets through the unstoppable machine.
Oh, no.
The machine! All right, Barlin, you're up now.
Nice. We're going to run up, and we're going to do a little sleep action.
Okay.